Obviously, one of the big looming questions is Connor McDavid. He's set to hit free agency in 2026. Now they've already got Draisaitl locked up. Um, Assuming that, the Oilers want to make a push to re-sign Connor McDavid and keep him here long term. There's definitely been questions though about, is this team too top heavy? And if you've already got Draisaitl making the most money in the league right now, that McDavid's going to make even more. Looking now at the Oilers and their cap situation and everything moving forward, is it going to be necessary, if Connor McDavid wants to stay in Edmonton and if he wants to win a cup in Edmonton, do you think that he's going to have to maybe take a more team friendly deal, or what do you think the future is going to look like for him and the Oilers?
Well, we know that paying 3 players over $10 million. Now, we know the cap is going up, but we know that when a team like Toronto has paid 4 players more than $10 million, you can't fit a support staff around those players to be able to win. Now, there's obviously some problems and some criticism of the core in Toronto. There isn't any criticism with McDavid and Draisaitl. They're fantastic. They're two of the best players in the league. But there just doesn't seem to be the ability of the management, whether it be Ken Holland or Stan Bowman, to address the areas of need with the Oilers. We know what the area of need is. They needed a goaltender at the deadline. They didn't get one. I'm not blaming the loss in the Stanley Cup on Stuart Skinner. They wouldn't have gotten to the Stanley Cup final without Stuart Skinner and with Calvin Pickard playing well. But they weren't good enough to win. And that's the problem. There were goalies out there. They didn't want to pay the price. I understand that. But now, you're on the clock here. If Connor McDavid does not sign an extension on July 1, July 2, everybody's going to be saying he's going to free agency. And they'd probably be right, because he controls his fate. And if it goes to July 1, 2026, I know a certain city north of me that, is going to be going crazy at the prospect of Connor McDavid wearing blue and white and wearing number 97. He can shut that down by signing the contract. Will he? Won't he? That's the big question. But they need to put a support staff around him. And I just don't know whether it's possible, because they seem to have not completed that job in the first, 8 years of his career.